Hi, Aries. This is Eileen with your one psychic tarot card reading. And you've got some nice cards relating to love and romance and a happy home life this month for you. You got some good money cards, but to me, it's a little more unusual for Aries. I'm an Aries too, to be having good love cards. Usually it's more on the money side and that sort of thing. Now, this is a general reading, so some of these cards may resonate with you while others do not. If I'm doing a private reading, then I'm just focusing in on your circumstances, and I am reading the meanings of the cards as well as tuning in on a psychic level. And you're starting out with the Page of Swords. This card, this is representing someone who could be gossiping about you, someone who's jealous of you, and I don't feel like there's anything they can do to you. They're like a small-minded, this is a small-minded person who's very insecure within themselves, although they put on a show, a facade, and come across like they have it together, and they have no reason to be jealous of you or anybody else. It's almost like they would like to think they're above you in some way, but they really feel inferior to you. And so the way it manifests is in kind of a negative way, though, that they might gossip about you and make up stories that are not true, or take one little tidbit of information and twist it and make it into something negative. This person really does not want you to succeed. They would like for you to fail. They would like to undermine you in some way. They have no power over you. This could be someone in your workplace. It could be someone in your social circle. It could even be a relative who is jealous. I do feel for some Aries that you have put this person in their place along the way. You know, sometimes I'm an Aries, like I said, you know, we will be polite and we will tolerate up to a point just to keep peace. And then at some point we just say, okay, that's it. You know, I'm just not going to put up with this. And that's when you end up telling people just what's on your mind, and all of a sudden they're startled and they're upset and offended and all that sort of thing. I feel like for some of you Aries, that's what happened here. Along the way, you put this person, and you know, you put them in their place. Doesn't mean you threw a temper tantrum at them or anything. You just came back at them and told it like it was, and they have never gotten over it. And this could be something that happened a while ago. This is not necessarily something recent. This person carries a little grudge, and they just simmer away, and they have nothing else important going on in their life, obviously, because if they did, they'd be focusing on that and not being obsessed with you. So if you're aware of who this is, I feel like you're not interested in them. You're not interested in spending a lot of time with that person anyway, even if they're trying to act nice to your face. But if you are aware of who I'm referring to here, it's obvious you don't want to share your personal business with them, or let them be around you any more than necessary. Next card you have is the Hierophant. And this is talking about perhaps organized religion, or sometimes it's government institutions or academic institutions and that sort of thing. And I get a certain amount of spirituality here. I'm feeling like also for a lot of Aries, whatever religion you grew up in, you still might strongly identify with it, but along the way, you've developed your own spirituality. You might have relatives who are still practicing that religion, so maybe you still attend certain services or events or whatever with them. Or maybe it's just still ingrained in you in a strong manner, I'll put it that way. But at the same time, this religion is not dictating how you live. It's almost like it's had a strong impression on you from an early age. You might recently or even be around someone. You might end up being maybe with family members or whatever who are practicing that particular religion, where you're exposed to it again more than usual. I'm kind of getting that for some Aries. So you might be attending something. Maybe there's going to be I don't know, there could be something going on in a particular church or whatever, a service of some sort. There could be a christening of a baby at a church or whatever, and you're attending and you're there again after all these years or whatever, and it's kind of bringing that your past back in front of you with memories and that sort of thing. But I feel like for a lot of Aries that you really have chosen to live your own religion, your own personal religion, your own personal spirituality, and you've developed a lot of your own inner wisdom, even if you're not running around advertising it, and you're quietly following your own inner wisdom and your own inner knowing and intuition, which is good, and being on your spiritual path in the way that's right for you. Let's see, next card is Temperance. This is about just maintaining balance in your life. And I'm feeling this is relationship oriented for some Aries. I feel, this is what I'm getting here. Maybe I'm just tuning into one person here, or a few people, that you've got two people on the line there. So there might be one you're actively involved with that maybe you're currently, that's right in front of you. You're dating this person. And there's another one you're kind of keeping on the back burner. Almost like you still have feelings for that person, but they're not primary in your life right now. Almost like you don't want to hurt their feelings. So this could be an ex who's observing you in a new relationship, or it could be that you're casually seeing the one person, but then there's somebody else you're really interested in now that you're really clicking with. But I am getting that this is relationship oriented, even though this is not necessarily what this card means, but it's just meaning maintaining balance in your life. It could be maintaining balance in your business and personal life. So this is another thing I'm getting for some Aries, that you might be really absorbed in your business, your work, because you have a lot of enthusiasm for your work, your career projects. If you're self-employed, you might have things going on that you're just moving forward, and that's what's consuming you right now. And so there may be another part of your life that's being neglected a little bit. It might be family, friendships, a relationship, a personal relationship, that sort of thing. So I'm getting that for some Aries also. But the message here is, whatever it is, step back, look at your life objectively, try not to neglect something or someone who's important in your life. It could even be a matter of working a lot of hours and you've got a pet sitting at home all by themselves, lonely and missing you. So next card you have is Seven of Pentacles. And this is talking about planting your seeds, watching them grow. You're not ready to harvest your fruits yet of your labor, but you're being patient because you're making progress. So you might be saving some money. You've been working hard and just being patient. And this is a good quality for all of us Aries, because we don't like to be patient. When we want something, we want it now. We don't want it next week, next month, next year. We want it now. So this is what this card is about, that you are being patient for a lot of Aries, because you're working towards your goals and you're making progress. And so this might be giving you a certain amount of peace inside of yourself, where you're not feeling as anxious as maybe at other times in your life you would have about money and whatever, although you're not where you want to be. And I feel like for a lot of Aries, you look at others who seem to be living the life you want to live, and you're making progress. You're not in a bad place. You're much better off than a lot of people out there. But so you're grateful. You do have an attitude of gratitude. You do feel abundant. But at the same time, it's like, yeah, I've made all this progress, but I want to be way up ahead there, where those people are. Look how they're living. And so, but this is really good, concrete progress that you have made and that you're continuing to make. And you're on the path you're supposed to be on for your life. Those people, you don't even know what's going on in their lives. They might be looking like they're living the high life, and 6 months or next year, they might be broke or something. So, I mean, you never know. A lot of people put on a big show about how well they're living, and all of a sudden, it's a whole different story. So you're just quietly making your plans, working towards your goals, but you're laying a solid foundation. That's what I'm getting very strong in this card. I'm even getting tingly feelings on my skin about this, Aries. And so don't ever compare yourself to others. You just think about what you want for your life. What's your ideal life? How do you want to live? What's going to really make you happy? Where you're doing work you enjoy and have a home you love and that you enjoy that's right for you. It may not be right for the next person, but it's right for you. And you keep working towards that and believing in yourself. And that's what I'm seeing. And that's the energy I'm getting from this card, that a lot of Aries, that's just what you're doing right now. And even though a lot of Aries, you have had setbacks and had the rug pulled out from under you and challenges, because I do feel like a lot of Aries have. And it's just part of our lot in life. You know, the rug gets pulled out, or we have a setback, or we take 2 steps forward, 1 step back. It's just, I guess it's just, oh, I remember hearing the saying years ago, God doesn't give you anything you can't handle. So apparently God has a lot of confidence in Aries. That's all I can say. So, so you just got to keep going. And that's what you're doing. I get a lot of strength from that card. A lot of good, solid, like when you do move forward and make that progress, it's going to be real and solid. It's not going to be on shaky ground. And then you've got the Ace of Cups. But look what you've got here, the Ace of Cups, 2 happy home love cards with love and love of your home and your environment. And that card there, that Ace of Cups, that's one of my favorite cups, one of my favorite cards in the deck. And the Ace of Cups, what I'm getting from this card is that certain Aries, the timing is coming to be the right time for you now to cross paths with that certain special someone that you were with in a previous lifetime. In that relationship, in that previous lifetime, this was a really strong love, happy, love, secure relationship. This person has been going through their life over the years. Their soul has been searching for you. And I feel like this person have already been in other relationships. They have been married and divorced by now. They've been through whatever they're very wise as a result of whatever experiences and experienced. And this person would be a pretty good catch. I feel like they have they're secure financially. I'm not saying necessarily rich, but they're comfortable, they're secure, they're ambitious. That's what I'm getting. And us Aries like ambition in people. You know, we like to see that, especially in a prospective mate. You know, you want to know they're willing to work hard and go after what they want, because that's just important. And so, and that's what I get from the energy of this person. This person's strong and ambitious, and they've accomplished a good bit in their life. And so, but their soul has been searching for you, and their spirit, and they're consciously aware that they're searching, even though they've been pursuing their own business interests and other goals and that sort of thing. They know that the relationships they've had in the past have not been the ones that were satisfying for their whole life. You know, maybe they were good for them at that time. Maybe they had kids, you know, and now they're happy they have their kids, but that relationship didn't work out, or whatever it was. Or maybe they were too busy in their own business and career and didn't have a family, and just they've been working real hard, but now it's like it's coming time. And so for whoever is ready, because these are 2 people who are totally available. There's no strings attached. Nobody's hanging on to anybody. Nobody's going to be getting in the way. You know, a lot of times over the years doing readings, somebody's calling me about a relationship where somebody's hanging on, and then whatever it is, they're not divorced yet, or whatever. There's some kind of complications. I don't get that with this. This is 2 people who are available. So if that's you, if you're single, you're available now, and no reason, you know, that you're fully able to be out in the open, having a relationship out in the open with someone good for you. That's the situation with this person. This could be for you, because it's all about timing and where you are. But for certain Aries, you're going to be the lucky ones. And this energy is so strong. It's not necessarily just for, this could be for the next few months. It could be even later in the year. That's strong energy I get in that card. This is supposed to happen. Next card you have is 5 of Swords. Oh, 5 of Swords. This is someone who could be trying to cheat you. Could be in business, could be in romance. If it's in romance, I feel like you already know what's going on with this person by this time, okay? I feel like you're already looking at this person and seeing them for what they were or are, and you've had enough of that. So if they did take advantage of you, it's like you're ready to be done with them anyway at this point. If it's business, just be extra cautious because you might be entering some kind of business agreement if you're making a purchase or some other business transaction of some kind. Pay attention, do your research, get as much information as possible. Don't go on a little bit of information. That's what I'm getting very strong, that energy from this card. Don't just make a big decision, any kind of halfway important in this decision. Do not make it on a small amount of information where something's just got you excited at the moment and you haven't thoroughly checked it out, because that's where you could end up making a mistake. That's what I'm getting here from this card. And this person you would do business with, they couldn't care less. They just want to unload whatever it is they're selling or doing or whatever. They want to make their money and be on their way. And they're not going to worry one bit about you getting stuck holding the bag. So be real cautious in business. Any other people you don't know well, acquaintances, whatever it is, don't take people's word on the surface. Do your own research. Make sure you're thoroughly comfortable. And if people won't give you the information, you might be better off backing off and not doing business with them if they won't give you the information you're asking for. But and if, like I said, if this has been like a personal relationship, romance, I feel like by the time is here, you're already going to be seeing this person for what they were and figure, okay, I'm cutting losses and moving on. And then you've got this of cups. I love this card. This is all about having a happy home, a happy life, having the possibility of the right love in your life. But I get very strong energy that even for a lot of single, living on your own Aries, you're going to be happy in your home because you've got your home the way you want it, or you're making your home the way you want it. Whether it's inside, outside, whatever, you've made your home comfortable for you. And you've got your life where you're celebrating your life every day and being grateful and feeling prosperous with whatever you have. And you don't have to be rich to feel prosperous. You can have a very modest life, but make it comfortable for you and be grateful for all the little things. And it's all those little things that add up. You know, when you really appreciate the little things, you got some little birds outside the window, or you have a good cup of coffee in the morning, or whatever it is, keep appreciating those little things, because a lot of little things add up and bring you joy and happiness in your life. And then when you have the big events that make you happy, well, that's just icing on the cake. And it does, again, this is about true love for some Aries. You're going to have someone who's there around you, and it might be a new relationship, or it could be someone that's been around you in recent months, but I'm feeling kind of a new situation with someone you don't know real well. But this person's going to really see you as a prize. They're going to really want to be around you, and they're going to show it in their actions. They're not just going to be talking and saying all the right things. I feel like they're just going to show you in their behavior, their actions, that they're there. They're going to be there. They are interested. They're listening to you when you talk. They are admiring you. They really just like everything about you. That's what I'm feeling like for some Aries. So, but even if you're single on your own, you're just going to be enjoying yourself. And I always recommend everybody learn about the law of attraction, because you might be, if you're going through a difficult time right now and having challenges, it's all the more important to get into that frame of mind of making your environment nice so you can enjoy it, just with any kind of little small luxuries that please you, whatever it is, and just being grateful every day for all the good you have in your life, and count your blessings. And the more you do that, the more the universe gives you more to appreciate and to be grateful for. And this is the epitome of just a happy home, being happy and fulfilled with what you have, being grateful for what you have, and just every day feeling so, having some joy in your heart every day. And then the last card you have is the Knight of Pentacles. And again, this is similar to the Seven of Pentacles. It's making steady progress. It might be slow progress, but you're making progress towards your goals And the fact these two are together here, this is just emphasizing the strength and the stability that you are developing for your life. You're laying down a solid foundation that's going to be long-term. You have learned from your previous mistakes in life where you didn't build on solid ground, and now you are. So all those bad experiences and challenges and mistakes and whatever, the more we learn from those things, the better we can make our lives going forward. And that's what a lot of you Aries are doing right now. So this Knight of Pentacles is saying that you're going to get to your goals. You're accomplishing your dreams. It might be slow, but you're making slow, steady progress, and you're going to get there. So that's a great way to end. And this deck I'm using, this is the Gilded Tarot by Cheryl Marchetti. What I want to do now, I'm going to pick one card from the Magical Mermaids and Dolphins deck by Doreen Virtue. And if you like the videos, be sure and subscribe. And if you haven't done so, if you have, and I appreciate your subscriptions, feel free to comment. I welcome your comments. And be sure and check your rising and moon sign videos as they're coming available also. And if anyone would like a private reading, rates and contact info are listed below. Okay, so Magical Mermaids and Dolphins, what is your message for Aries for the month of June? What's your message for Aries for the month of June? Oh, wow, I love this. Okay, a new dawn. The worst is now behind you, and positive new experiences are on the horizon. I love that message. That's a wonderful message. That kind of, when I fan the deck out, it just kind of popped right out of there. Okay, and now I've got the Angel Answers cards by Radley Hine. So think of a question that you have on your mind, or some situation that's floating around your mind that you would like some guidance or insight on or answer about, while I'm shuffling the Angel Answers Oracle cards. So angels, what is your message for Aries for the month of June? What is your message for Aries for the month of June? Okay, I'm going to give it one more shuffle and then fan these out. So be thinking of your question or your situation, whatever it is you're looking for some kind of guidance or answer for. Okay, what is your message? Okay, be assertive. Be assertive. So does that give you some insight here? And then last but not least, I'm going to pick one card from Messages from Your Angels by Doreen Virtue. So angels, what is your message for Aries for the month of June? What is your message for Aries for the month of June? I'm going to give it one more shuffle. And these out. It says, Angel Rochelle, as you honor and follow the guidance of your heart, prosperity is coming to you now. I love that. Angel Rochelle, as you honor and follow the guidance of your heart, prosperity is coming to you now. Great messages, a new dawn, and I like these messages. Okay, Aries, well, have a wonderful moon. And check your rising moon sign videos, subscribe if you like, and feel free to leave your comments. I welcome your comments. If anyone would like a private reading, rates and contact info are listed below. So we'll talk again soon. Happy.